Okay, hi, all my LGBT friends and others. So I'm going to try to do a few more chapters tonight, and if I get some time tomorrow, some more tomorrow on Genesis. So if you're looking at this, this is something that one of my subscribers asked me to do, and then I prayed about it, and then kind of got the answer through watching something else. There are a lot of people in the world who don't have Bibles, but many people do speak English, and so I thought that this would be important just to start reading what my Bible has to say anyway. And then, you can kind of read, you can listen to it as you're driving to work, or, when you got some spare time in the morning, just to kind of get a little bit of the Bible each day. So, all right, so chapter 19, Genesis, and it starts off with Lot entertains two angels, and the vicious Sodomite stricken with blindness, and he is directed to flee to the mountain. Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed, Lot's wife punished, and the origins of Moab and Ammon, A-M-M-O-N. And forgive me if I'm butchering some of these names. It's not something I'm used to talking about on a daily basis. So, like Hagar. Okay. All right. My good friend Terry told me about that today. Okay, so, and there came two angels, Sodom at even, and Lot sat at the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face towards the ground. And he said, "Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night. Wash your feet, and rise up early, and then go on your way." And they said, "Nay, but we will abide in the street all night." And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in to him and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and he baked unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they laid down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house around, both old and young, and all the people from every quarter. I think that's because they knew they were angels. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, "Where are the men which came unto thee this night? Bring them out to us, that we may know them." And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, "I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have two daughters, which have not known men. Let me, I pray you, bring them out to you, and you do to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof." And they said, "Stand back." And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs to be a judge. And now we will deal worse with thee than with them." And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. And the men put forth their hands and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, "Hast thou here any besides? A son-in-law, thy sons, and thy daughters, and whoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxen great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it." And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, "Get up, get you out of this place, and the Lord will destroy the city." But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And then the morning arose, when the angels hastened Lot, saying, "Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters. And the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth, and sent him out without the city. And it came to pass, when they brought them forth abroad, and he said, Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my lord. Behold now, thy servant has found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast shown unto me in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. Behold now, the city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape hither. It is not a little one, is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto them, See, I have accepted 3 concerning this thing also, and I will not overthrow this city, for which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape hither, for I cannot do anything until thou become thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. And the sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the city, which grew upon the ground. You can still see the brimstone and on the melted parts of the city all along the Dead Sea. There you can find it. And by the way, this is not about gay people, okay? So anyway, he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities that which grew upon the ground. And his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham gat up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, and God remembered Abraham, and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow. And when he overthrew the cities in which Lot dwelt, Lot went up and out of Zoar, and dwelt in the mountain with his 2 daughters with him. For he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, and he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said to the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come into us after the manner of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, that we will lie with him, and we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesterday night with my father, and let us make him drink wine this night also. Go thou in, and lie with him, that we may preserve our seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus they were both daughters of Lot, with child by their father. And the firstborn bore a son, and called his name Moab, and the same is the father of Moabites unto this day. And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Benami, and the same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. Where am I at? Okay, okay. I think I have enough to do one more chapter. All right. And Abraham journeyed from hence toward the south country and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned into Gerar, Gerar. And Abraham and Sarah, his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abraham in a dream by night, and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. Sorry. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman that thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. But Abimelech had not come near her. And he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, She is my sister, and she herself said, He is my brother. In this integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this? And God said unto him in a dream, Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffer I thee not to touch her. And therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live, and if thou restore her not, know that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. Therefore Abimelech, who rose early in the morning, and called all his servants, and told all these things in their ears, and the men were sore afraid. And then Abimelech called Abraham, and said unto him, What hast thou done to us? How have I offended thee, that thou hast brought upon me and my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that thou ought not to be done. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What sawest thou that thou hast done this thing? And Abraham said, Because I thought surely fear of God it is not in this place, and that they will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet indeed she is my sister, and she is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This is thy kindness, which thou show unto me at every place whether we shall come, say of me, He is my brother. And Abimelech took sheep and oxen and manservants and womenservants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife. And Abimelech said, Behold, my land is before thee, dwell there if it pleases thee. And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes, until all that are with thee and with all the other. Thus she was reproved. Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, and they bare children. For the Lord had fast closed upon the wombs of the house of Abimelech, because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Okay, so that's it for chapters 19 and 20. I hope that this is a blessing to you, and pass it along that, reading little parts of the Bible, and if you want to just kind of listen along, you're more than welcome to. It is an older Bible. It has these and thous in it, so if that doesn't bother you, then I will do my best to read it. Okay, so thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Leave me a nice comment. All right, thanks. Bye.